Flyer here, hope you're well. Now, one of the great new features of the new range of Triumph Street triples, at least the R and the RS model, this is the RS model, is the TFT screen that Triumph have included on the model. So it's new, as I say, for this 2017 range of bikes, so I thought it was worth doing a separate video just about some of the features and functions on the TFT screen, because if, like me, you'd never seen this before, you may well be curious as to what the screen looks like, what it can do and so on. So stick around and stay tuned for the next few minutes and I'll show you what this screen can do. Now, I guess before we get into the screen proper, it's just worth pointing out this little button here. This is a new button on the handlebars. It's actually a little joystick. It goes left and right and up and down, and that's what you use to control the functions on the TFT screen. So as you see things changing on the screen, all I'm doing is moving this button up and down, left and right. Okay, let's get straight to the screen then. I hope you're going to be able to see this okay. If I turn the bike on, this is what happens as she goes through a fuel pump regime and so on. You get this fancy little Triumph logo up here, which looks brilliant. And then you go to this, which is the main sort of operational screen, if you like. Now, I've got this set in what's called mode 3, which basically is one of the 3 layouts that you can have on the screen as standard. So if I just click to the right on the screen, oh sorry, that's style 3 that I've got this in, and there are 3 styles. I quite like this one. It shows you the speed on the middle and the rev counter on the outside. As standard, it's usually set in style 1. So I've just clicked up on the joystick twice there to go to style 1 here. I press the joystick in, and then it takes me to style 1. Like so, which again just gives the speed a bit bigger in the middle and then the RPM on the outside. If I want to change to style 2, again I just click down 1 on the joystick, takes me to style 2 here. I press the joystick in and it takes me to style 2, and then again if I want to go back to style 3, I just go down 1 on the joystick, press the joystick in again, and I'm back to style 3, which is my current favourite, but I changed according to the wind. Now that's the sort of nighttime mode, if you like, the sort of low contrast mode. I like the black background. If I click right on the joystick, you see it takes me to auto contrast. If I press that, sorry, I'm in auto contrast mode. If I go up on the joystick, I can go to high contrast, press the joystick, and there's the high contrast mode, which is the sort of daytime running mode, if you like. Maybe it looks a little bit, I don't know, a little bit smarter like that perhaps. Anyway, while we've got it on that mode, let's just talk you through some of the other things on the screen. At the top here, this is the riding mode that you're in. Then we've got the time and we've got the ambient temperature. This big line here is the fuel gauge. At the moment it's completely full because I just filled it up. As this goes down, it goes down in sort of like about a quarter of each section at a go. It's not a completely smooth rundown. It turns grey. So it's great to have such a good fuel gauge. It's something I miss on my street triple. Down here we've got, this is the sort of information bar that you scroll through using the joystick. You see at the moment it's got little arrows on the left and right of that, which means I've got options to go left and right on that. So there we go, we can go to the trip counters, we can go to the sort of setup modes, that's the screen contrast we just looked at, and then we've got the styles that we looked at, and then we've got the various timers that you can have, trip counters and so on. And then in the top right of the screen, obviously you've got what gear you're in. Neutral at the moment. I love the fact it gives you that big green end, so it's very clear what gear you're in. So that's the sort of basic layout of the screen. Don't worry about the flashing ABS light. If you were to start the bike and roll off, that would go off. That's standard on all ABS machines. Let's take you through some of these other features then on the screen. So if we look at then the trip counters as we're in that mode, and up, so we can see the various types of trip we've got there. You've got the full odometer, you've got your average speed, the trip speed and so on, all the usual sort of stuff that you get there, including the total odometer, and hopefully if I go back I can get to range as well. Let's go up, there we go, and there's range. So we've got miles per gallon, it's saying 46.7 at the moment with a range of 134 miles until empty. I like to leave it set actually on that screen because it's very, very useful to have a range countdown, I find. Okay, let's look at a few more of the screens. We won't go through every single screen, but just give you an idea of some of the things that it can do. Here we went through the contrast screen. Okay, we've done the styles. So there you go. And the great thing about it is, if you get stuck and you get into a menu that you're not familiar with and you want to get back to the normal status, you can just press the home button on the right handlebar, and it will take you to this screen. So you can actually go in there and use the joystick to actually go and set the way the thing looks up. So again, just use the joystick up and down, and then you click on it to select the particular thing that you want, and then you can go in to the various options there. So for example, ABS, you click on the joystick and then you can turn it on or off. I shall leave it enabled. Similarly, traction control, you can press the joystick, in you go, that's currently enabled, and that's how it's going to stay. Service, not sure what that gives you, let's have a look. Oh, that's when it next needs a service. So another 341 days or 5,500 miles. Okay, well, indicators, what does that do? Let's have a look. Automatic or manual. Ah, this is the automatic cancellation of the indicators. Great little feature that if you forget to cancel your indicators, as I do often. Display setup, see what we've got in there. Brightness, we've talked about. Or your language units, clock, etc. Gear shift indicator. Currently disabled. Oh, let's put that onto default, whatever that is. Let's see what difference that makes. Okay, and then I can go back to exit by pressing the home button, and then it takes us back again to the main screen. So pretty straightforward to use. I mean, basically it's just the joystick, left, right, up and down, and then press it when you want to use it, and that's all there is to the TFT, really. So there we are, that just gives you a little idea of some of the things that are available on the splendid new TFT on the Triumph Street Triple. I've just sort of scratched the surface there, really. I mean, there's lots of fun and playing you can do in there. You saw the number of menus that you can go in and play around with. Just other thing I wanted to mention, something that's great, is if you want to learn about that before you get the bike, or indeed you've got the bike and you want to learn about it properly in depth, then the manual for the Triumphs is available online. I'll stick a link down below, but you can read all about, in detail, all the features of the TFT screen and indeed everything else about the bike. On the downloadable manual, so that's really handy. It's a PDF, just stuck it on my phone, so if I'm out and about and I need to work out how to do something, you can do that, so that's great. All right, that was about it for this video. Just wanted to show you that. I hope that was of some interest to you. Look forward to speaking to you next time. Till then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio.